Dress here, and today I'm going to be diving into a band out of Denmark called Lightchapter and their album Time to Obey. Now, I like how this opened with this little instrumental piece called Escape. It was very crafty, futuristic atmosphere, very alluring and seductive, I felt. It took me away to like a mesmerizing place, whether it was, futuristic or dystopian. It just had this unique feeling to it, and it kind of gave us an idea, immediately right off the bat that Lightchapter is going to be delivering something different to melodic death metal, something distinct, something original to themselves, and that's really what I got from Lightchapter on this album, Time to Obey. And I like how Escape kind of is a nice lead-in for the next track, A Little Hate for Now. I really enjoyed the subtle neon light dystopian intro here, kind of like Escape. It really does connect and kind of segues and blends in out of Escape to this because of that intro. And I find that a nice kind of lead into it, and it really takes you away a little bit. But then A Little Hate for Now becomes very deliberate, hard-hitting track in several ways. The atmosphere and emotions convey the theme of a future where it's time to obey. I really like that kind of element there. The music to me screams revolution, and the lyrics in the chorus certainly scream out with quite a bit of anger within as well. I like that this track has like some really thick, heavy riffs and drums, and I felt like that complemented the intensity of the hate within this track, within the atmosphere, within the lyrics, within the message. So I felt like the music, especially the heavy riffs and drums, really complemented that quite well. And also what I felt is really potent about this track is actually the beginning of this album. I felt like there was quite a bit of potency from A Little Hate for Now, and then the next song, Dance with the Insane. But I felt like it was a little different in this, mostly because of the production. I thought the production on the snare was awesome. Adds so much volume and intensity, so much anger behind the snare and the drums on this. And I also like that there are times where it's just pretty much the drums and the vocals that truly dictate the energy of this song and the type of rare magnitude that is conveyed in Dance with the Insane. I like the womp and bass in there as well. That adds a lot of depth and power to this track as well. And I thought one thing I liked about also the drums and vocals primarily being, the focal point at times in the song, is that you really got to feel them. You really got to feel the vocals and drums so vividly, and I really like that when you can kind of do that but not lose too much in the track because of the whole atmosphere of everything kind of going around in the landscape there. This next track, Between Your and My Hell, delivers some great levels of guitar work, from the early screaming lead to the very dark and heavy rhythms that meld perfectly with the shadowy atmosphere that is contained in the chorus. I really like a lot of the different nuances and details in this track, because I felt like it kind of helps bleed into the next track, where there's a lot of nuances as well into Dystopia. This one is a really great track. I thought musically very flavorful. The atmosphere is very intriguing and kind of strange, which I kind of like because it separates the song from a lot of the different emotions in there. The tempos and drum work I felt were wildly creative, erupting into quick timing shifts. At times the snare and cymbal outbursts, they're really loud and potent, capture a lot of energy and deliver a lot of backdrop to what the guitars and the vocals are doing. We got some unique assaults at times from the raging leads and rhythms, so they add a lot of different emotion and definitely complement the overall atmosphere to the backdrop. And obviously the drums and the guitars are working in tandem quite well with their ferocity. But I like that the chorus changes the whole song dimension from a lot of intensity that we get from Lightchapter and Time to Obey, and then all of a sudden the chorus changes that whole thing. It's kind of a rare chorus because for melodic death, because I felt like it was tranquil and a calm spot, in not only in the song but on the album, and it kind of created this pleasant melody there as well. So I like the different emotions that Lightchapter was able to capture. Now we're moving on to a very dynamic track, in my opinion, the title track, Time to Obey. This one drifts into occasional groove metal riffs. very Pantera tone, in my opinion, and atmosphere. I like that dimension that they added. Then we get to drift into sections of ferocity with the singer Mikkel Ottoson delivering some very impassioned lyrics once again, with using varying intensities to create varying emotions. I really like the ability that Mikkel shows in this album, especially in this song. I like the type of volume that he has and the type of emotion and everything that he's able to deliver. I felt like Lightchapter also on this song has captured a bit of a sinister tones, as well as some strength from the potent snares and chords, and a bit of relief in there from the lead work, especially during the chorus there. So I like that there's so much captured in the title track here, Time to Obey by Lightchapter. It's really one that stood out on the album quite a bit for me. Now I'm jumping down to the last track on the album, Afterlife. This one contains such dark tremolos. I really like them. It's really grabs you right off the bat with this song, and that mood that is captured from the tremolos and the riff and the atmosphere and the drums that are going on. I really like that. Feels like I'm being pulled into this abyss that truly resonates with the afterlife. Then you include the atmospheric backdrop, and this bleak, heavy maelstrom is just very intense, very captivating element and motion and atmosphere that is, that Lightchapter is delivered on this track. I like that there's so much in this song to absorb. There's so many different things to like in it, from the crafty drum intricacies to the massive riff work, ferocious vocals, and occasional pastoral atmosphere that I got from this one. This one really lays out a different type of atmosphere and kind of takes you away to maybe like a mountainous side or bleak river, or dark river, on a wintry day. They really captured and delivered something different on Afterlife with that atmosphere, with the dark emotional guitar work and vocals. So I feel like a lot of the songs you might feel that are similar, but there's a lot of little nuances and details that help separate each song from each other, and I just mentioned that there with Afterlife, how it changes and separates itself from songs like Time to Obey, and I would say especially Dystopia. There's a similarity, but there's also quite a bit of difference as well. So I'm really glad I came across Lightchapter in one of my journeys for metal in different countries, because I wanted to see how the genres change per country, and Lightchapter definitely did that. They stood out on their own, made something unique in the melodic death genre. So I'm really happy I came across Lightchapter and the album Time to Obey. Of course, all the links will be in the description below to the songs that I've been talking about here, as well as their Bandcamp and YouTube and other sites that I can find that you guys can go to, as well as my other channels and things like that down below that you can check out, because I got some shirts. I never mentioned that I have my own design shirts and things like that for my channels and stuff for you guys to check out if you desire a cool shirt. Not this shirt, but another cool design. So enjoy some Lightchapter, Time to Obey. I know I certainly did. And they got some new music out, and I believe a new album coming out this year, maybe in the summer, I think I read somewhere. So I'm looking forward to that. The singles that I've heard are pretty catchy as well. So I'm going to stay tuned and try to keep up for that come this summer, this very hot summer so far. Until next time, folks, how about some heavy listening?